Next, let's jump to movies, and the first one that I have, speaking of punk, is titled The Hunt. This is a Blumhouse or Bloomhouse movie, and I don't know if y'all remember 2019. A trailer came out for this, and all the Republicans in the United States, maybe not all, a lot of Republicans in the United States said, "Oh my God, it's gonna cause violence against Republicans," and cried, freaked out to the point where they delayed or canceled the movie, so we thought, and we didn't think we would ever get to see this movie. Fast forward to 2020, around April, movie theaters or movie production companies started to say, you know what? We're going to do some VODs, video on demand releases, early releases. And this came out in April, one of the first ones along with The Invisible Man, and it was $20 to rent. Quite pricey, but I was extremely excited to see it because I heard all this outrage around it. I had to see it. I could not wait to see what it actually was. And my thoughts were confirmed that you should not judge a movie based on the trailer because, as I mentioned, punk, this is a punk movie. This is the filmmakers sticking a middle finger up to the entire world saying, you believe that? Here's a middle finger for you. You believe the opposing thing? Here's a middle finger for you too. Shut up, I hate all of you. That's what I get out of this movie. It is not advocating for violence against Republicans or Trump supporters. It is not advocating for violence against Democrats or Biden supporters or whoever it was in 2019. I guess just the Democratic Party as a whole. It is none of that. It is satirical and it is mocking everybody of every political side. And it is a beautiful and hilarious thing to behold. So let me use this as a reminder. You should not judge a movie based on the trailer. That is ridiculous. Everybody thought it's gonna be saying go out and get violent against this political party. No, it's not. It's saying y'all are a bunch of idiots. Calm your tits. You're a bunch of stupid people. A bunch of stupid politician people. You're fighting for people who don't care about you. That's my takeaway. I absolutely loved that movie because it didn't have a care for who's in power. It is a middle finger to everybody. A little bit nihilistic, but I love it. Next up on the list, we have an older movie called Network. And I have to say, this has probably one of the most important speeches in any movie of all time. One of the most relevant speeches in any movie of all time, especially today. All I will say is, I'm a human being, gosh darn it. I am censoring myself, and I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. The speech in this truly is inspirational, and it's almost as though it was written in a time machine for today, although that kind of makes it a little bit scarier, knowing that that's not what happened. That these exact same issues that people are yelling about today were happening 30 or 40 years ago, and nothing has changed in that regard. That terrifies me, but that's what makes this so good. I have never seen a movie with a speech like this that cuts to the core of so many of the issues, and it's almost like a call to action, and it is just a beautiful, extremely well done and well performed speech and movie as a whole. The speech is really what sells it though, and I will link the speech if you just want to watch that in the episode notes, and if you're watching on YouTube, I'll put a card in one of the corners so you can check that out as well. And the next movie that I have is coming from the 80s. It is violent, it is gory, it was critically panned, I believe. I believe people hated this movie when it came out because it was so violent. It is Red Dawn. Red Dawn. Communism bad, America good. That's the moral of this film. I love every second of it. It is violent, it is gory, it is fast, it is propaganda. If you go in knowing that it is just straight propaganda, it's hilarious to watch and an absolute joy to watch. Give it a go. I'm really just picking it to piss people off because I think that's funny. That's my third movie and my final movie of my favorite things of 2020.